You find yourself at a brewery and there's some really cool, calming music being played by a live singer, maybe a couple of singers. You're like, man, that would be really cool to do someday. But it just feels really out of reach. That is how I felt. I'll never forget when we were on a trip with my son's baseball team and we went to this really cool brewery and there was a woman singing with a guy playing guitar. I'm like, man, I know all those songs. Like, that would be so much fun. But to be honest, I thought I could never do that. I could never just find the time or find someone to play for me or just all of the things that have to go into gigging. I could never do that. But I knew deep down I really wanted to. Well, I'm sharing this with you because over the last year and a half, I've been able to do solo gigs, duo gigs, all kinds of gigging at breweries and other types of venues. It has been so much fun and it honestly has been a dream come true. And so if you are someone that you have thought, man, that would be so cool to do, but it just feels out of reach, then I'm going to share with you my 5 tips. So these are the 5 things that I want you to kind of think through and just know, if you take these 5 steps, you are going to be on your way to being able to make your dreams fulfilled. Tip number 1, your setup is everything. Okay, just going out and getting myself a PA system, that was a really big deal. I had no idea what I was looking at. However, one of the things that I did that really made a big difference is I went to a local family-owned music store and I rented a PA system for an open mic that I was doing. And so just knowing okay, I'm not investing hundreds of dollars right now. I'm just going to rent something. And so I kind of understand how it works and what are the benefits of this particular system. What are some things that I wish I had for that open mic? And so I think it was $60 to rent this PA system for the weekend. And so I got the experience doing that. And that just kind of made me realize, okay, these are the things I definitely need. These are the things that I don't have to have. So after that, then I went to a used music store and was able to get my own PA system. And I didn't have to spend a lot of money. Honestly, guys, all you need is a speaker, a microphone, a mic cable, and an instrument cable for your guitar. Or if you're doing keys, then you need an instrument cable for your keyboard. That's really all you need. You do not have to have a super fancy, glamorous setup. You can start with the basics. Now, as you continue, of course, you can add to what you have. But to get started, don't feel like you have to have everything perfect for your setup. Number 2, nobody cares. Some of these things that we just overthink and we are so concerned about, no one is going to notice. Now, do I think that we should be performers to do our absolute best and practice for excellence? 100%. But at the end of the day, you just got to go out and do it. And nobody is going to care about those little things. Nobody is going to care that you're only playing all of your songs in 2 keys. They're not going to care. No one is going to care that you skipped the bridge of this particular song because you haven't learned all the chords of that bridge. Now, should you always skip the bridge? No, but don't sweat the small stuff. Do the very best that you can. Practice every day, but don't wait until it's perfect. At some point, you just got to get out there and do the thing and realize that all of these little things that you are overthinking, no one is going to notice. And another thing that a friend told me is that when you are gigging, especially at breweries, wineries, these kinds of venues, understand you are the background music. You are setting the tone for the environment in which people are enjoying their drinks, they're enjoying food, they're enjoying the company of the people they came with. So what I'm trying to say is, so I did do some performances at another venue, which is actually an assisted living facility. And so I would go there and all of the residents would come and sit in their chairs and they would just stare at me while I sang. So that was a very different type of experience because I was really performing for them. I wasn't the background music. So there was a different standard, a different level of preparation that needed to happen. And because I was doing that, every time I came back to the same facility, the assisted living facility, I had to have new material because it was a new performance. One of the great things about gigging, especially if you kind of go around and you do different places in your community, you can do the same set list, the same songs everywhere you go. Number 3, your set list is your superpower. All right, listen up. One of the things I found to be the hardest about gigging, particularly solo gigging, where I was playing and picking out all of the songs and singing all the songs and doing everything by myself, was getting enough songs to be able to perform for 3 hours. That to me was the hardest part. You really want to have 40, 45 songs. You might not need that many, but it's probably best to have more than not enough. But I guarantee if you go through your favorite playlist on Spotify or wherever you listen to music and just start making a playlist of, oh yeah, I know most of the words to the song, or I can at least, I know how the melody goes for most of the song. I can probably figure this out. Start making a list of those songs. What are the songs that you've heard over the years that every time it comes on your playlist, you're singing along with just about every word? And start making a list. And I guarantee that you are going to find, 10, 20, 30, 40 songs. And that is going to become your set list. So one of the great things about your set list that is unique to gigging is that you can do the same set list every single time you go out to gig. Especially, if you're going to this brewery this weekend and the next one you're going to a different kind of place, you can just bring the same set list every single time so you can really get good at those songs. You don't have to have a new 45 songs, 30 songs, whatever it is, every time you go out and gig. Number 4, get experience. Even if that experience is not paid, get some experience. Find a friend, go out with that friend, ask them if you can sing a few songs or perform on a few songs to help them out. Go with them and just ask them if you can help them set up. Help them take their stuff down. You will learn so much just from being around someone who has this experience. So this is how I got started. I actually was part of a duo with my good friend Paul, and we were going out doing the brewery thing, and I learned so much from him. And that's really what helped me get that confidence, like, hey, I think I could do this on my own. But had I not done that with him, I would still feel like a lost puppy, not understanding a single thing about how to go about a gig. But that experience really kind of laid that foundation. Another way you can get experience is open mics. Open mics are fantastic. Open mics are there for you to go and make mistakes. It is free, and it is people are very supportive at open mics because everybody there remembers the first time that they performed at an open mic. Aww. And so everyone is really supportive, and I found that to be such an encouraging environment. So get a few songs that you feel good about and go to an open mic. Start doing an open mic once a week, every other week, and each time you go, add a few more songs so that you're adding to your set list, to your repertoire. And finally, the number one thing I want to tell you is that confidence comes with reps. You just got to get out there and do it. It's never going to be perfect. My set list is certainly not perfect. I just started learning guitar just over a year ago. My guitar playing is certainly not perfect, but I'm doing the thing and having fun doing it. And every time I do another gig, I build on that positive experience. I learned some things that I need to work on as well, but that confidence is coming every time I step onto a stage. If you are getting ready for your first performance, then I encourage you to grab my confidence checklist. This is a quick 5-minute list of some things you can do that will help you get ready to step on stage with confidence. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that I encourage you to really think about and pursue. And just know, if you have a dream to gig, to perform at a brewery and be one of those people, you absolutely can.
And hey, if this video helped you, then like and subscribe and tag a singer friend who needs a little confidence boost. If you have questions, email me anytime at reneesmusicstudio.com. I would love to hear from you and hear how you're doing on your singing journey.